A slight delay in the post for the 7th race here. We're having some technical issues with our feed. TruroRaceway would like to extend happy birthday wishes this evening to Wes Patrickin. Happy birthday, Wes. Again, we apologize for the delay here in the start of the 7th race. And we're having technical issues with our feed from Universum. The problem should be rectified within a minute or two. Again, we apologize. And a correction on those happy birthday wishes. It's our track maintenance man, Glenn Patrickin, celebrating his birthday this evening. Happy birthday, Glenn.
Hey, Matt, this is me on Talkback. Can you hear me?
Technical issues with our video feed has been rectified. We'll be going to post very shortly.
Okay. So you can't hear me on TalkBack right now? Okay.
Everyone, we want to apologize for the delay, and we just had a problem with our streaming, and it's back up, and we're happy about that. So we're going to go to post here in just about a minute and a half. And Brad McCollum, this Combat 6 field of 6 certainly has, a lot of competitiveness in it. As you can see, a couple of 3 horses, 7-2 or better.
Yeah, I think this board is bet the way you would expect it to be. There's lots of good opportunity to win in here, and a few of the horses that are showing some value here all have really good shots. Even at you go all the way out there to 5-1 or 6-1, number 5 Straight Shine, and your post time favorite is going to be Daryl Andy Campbell out of the George Renison barn.
All right, let's send it upstairs to Joe Kelly with the call.
The field for the TR Pulse Therapy pace. Moving in behind the Home Hardware Building Center starting gate. It's post time. Top of the stretch, TR Pulse Therapy pace. Daryl, All Better, Play Do, Harry's Line Crew, Straight Shine, and Force of Night. We're off and pacing with All Better, getting the first call. On the inside, that is Daryl. Daryl has gone off stride on the first turn. And shuffles up the backfield as they race into the first turn and on by the opening 8th. Out front with that lead, it's All Better. Play Do has settled in the pocket, and they're getting away third now as they race into the backstretch is Harry's Line Crew. Grabbing a seat in 4 as they continue past the opening quarter is Straight Shine, then back to Force of Night, and the early breaker Daryl is gapped out at the back of the field. A single file fashion as the field heads on to the 3/8. Inquiry sign posted. Out front, All Better setting the tempo as they race past the 3/8. Select and a half back second. That is Play Do, followed by Harry's Line Crew in the 3 spot. And stepping to the outside, here comes Straight Shine uncovered from 4. Off the turn in front of the grandstand as they approach the half. 29 2/5 seconds was that opening panel. All Better continues to pace on the front. A length and a half, maintaining that advantage on Play Do. Outside, moving up to third. That is Straight Shine inside, and now trapped at the rail. Harry's Line Crew is pacing 4th. Out to follow cover is Force of Night in 5, and to the outside from 6. That is Force of Night onto the backstretch, and they race on to the 3/4. Then at 3/5 was the half. Midway down the Redland Farms backstretch, final time. And on the outside, Straight Shine, the breaker. Daryl is in the 3-wide path and circling the field. And Daryl, after that early miscue, has taken the lead as they race on to the 7H. 132-1 was the 3/4, and Daryl has the lead. Down on the inside, Daryl is drifting out there as they race past the 7H. Down on the inside, reclaiming the lead. That is All Better off the turn. They're fanning out 4 wide for the stretch drive. Daryl coming back on the far outside to recapture the lead down the stretch, and Daryl will prevail here in the 7th race. Finishing second is Harry's Line Crew, and All Better is third. Mile in 2:03 flat. Hold on to all tickets here in the 7th race. Judges have an inquiry underway. Judge's inquiry involves the winner, number 1, Daryl, for his break in the first turn. Hold on to all tickets. We have a placing here in the 7th race, number 1, Daryl. Finish first will be placed 6th for causing interference to 4 Harry's Line Crew and 6 Force of Night while on that break in the first turn. Number 1, Daryl finished first, placed 6th for interference while on a break. 4 Harry's Line Crew finished 2nd, will be placed 1st. Back in the Woodmere Farms Winners Enclosure, the winner of the PR Pulse Therapy Pace, number 4, Harry's Line Crew. Brown filly, 3 years old, by Roll With It Harry. Under the Mach 3 Dam, Mach Believe. Followed by Keith Legg of Upper North River. Trained and driven by Keith. Harry's Line Crew. In a corrected time of the mile of 2:03 and 2/5. Race 7 is official. 1 Darrell finished first place 6th for causing interference while on a break. 2 All Better third placed 2nd. 3 Play Do finished 5th in a dead heat, was placed 4th in a dead heat. 4 Harry's Lawn Crew, 2nd placed 1st. 5 Straight Shine, 4th placed 3rd. And 6 Force of Night, 5 in a dead heat, placed 4th dead heat. Fractions were 29 and 2, a minute 3/5, 1:32 and 1, and the corrected time for the mile of 2:03 and 2/5. Checking your programs after the placings from the top down: 6-2, 4 dead heat, 1-3, 4 dead heat. The 4.25 try in race 7, $547.30. The 4.2 exactor, it returned $66.40, and a 20-cent super of 4.256 combination, it returned $66.75. Eighth and final is up next. The 3 entry, the Yin Yang, has been scratched sick. Post time for race 8 in less than 7 minutes. Don't forget the first annual Rib Fest and Fire Pit Championships continues on the weekend here on the grounds of the Provincial Exhibition. Enjoy a feast of delicious ribs, chicken, brisket, and more from 4 award-winning ribbers. The hours for the Rib Fest tomorrow are from 11 a.m. till 10 p.m., and on Sunday it runs from 11 to 6. The Fire Pit Championships will take place tomorrow, starting at 10:45 a.m. and wrapping up at 4. And on Saturday, the championships run from 10:30 a.m. till 4 p.m. If you want more information, you can visit nspe.ca.
Well, there you get a look at the selections, and apparently they've cut my name off. And there it goes. I was going to say, Steve Fye. I've never been called that, but here we go. All right, so he's sure good. My top selection along with Trey. Sugar has 5th this date, and why not? He's been super hot. He's the horse of the month for July, and Melissa Keith going out with Brumby, who is showing great form and is coming off a 154 mile. We'll go out to the post parade, and then we'll chat right after the post parade.
Horses entering the track for the final Warmth by Design post parade of the evening. Here are the starters in the 8th. Number 1 is Little Tags, owned by Little Tags Stable Group and driven by Kenny Parker. Ron Garland is the owner of 2 Crime Boss with Greg Monroe driving. 3 has been scratched. Robert Laughlin will drive from post 3 now. Brumby is the 4, owned by Tammy McKay. Number 5 is Privilege, shown by Andrea Runnison, Aidan Farish, Peter Conley, and Robert Tate with Andy Campbell up. Ernie Laughlin at the lines of 6, Fifth Estate for Michelle Patrickin. And number 7 is He's Sure Good. Mark Webby driving for Wayne Webby. 8th race, down to a field of 6 with post time in less than 3 minutes.
All right, as we take a look at the upcoming 8th race, we want to mention that there is one lone survivor who wins the $100 deposit to their HBI account, and that is Laura Lee Dixon of Upper Kennetcook, Nova Scotia. So congratulations, Laura Lee. You are tonight's winner. As we take a look at He's Sure Good for Mark Webby, coming off a dominant win in this very same class last week in 155 and 1. He has post 7, but it's hard not to like him in here.
Yeah, this horse only has 2 starts this year. He only had 10 starts last year, was on the board 6 of them. He's won first, won second here this year, both miles in 55. The first one, he was 3 wide at the 3/4, 55 and 3. Last week he decided to cut it off after being parked to the quarter in 27 and 2. I just don't know how you ignore that, even with post 7. I would imagine Mark's going to be straight ahead with this guy.
And actually, he'll be post 6 now with that scratch,
That's
of course, of the yin yang, so that's even better for He's Sure Good. And there you get a look at the newly anointed July Horse of the Year, or Horse of the Month, I should say, for the July. Fifth Estate was the TruroRaceway Horse of the Month. And why not? He had 2 seconds and 3 wins in the month, including a new Canadian record for the 3/4 mile distance in 124 and 4. And he certainly padded the pockets of his supporters as he paid $96 to win one week and $68 another. And he's not going to get those kind of boxcar odds tonight.
Yeah, I mean, he's still 7 to 1 here. He just dropped down. I still think that's long on this horse, but this guy is 7 of 9 times in the top 3 this year. He was 6 for 14 last year. He's gotten a lot better in a hurry. Has a mark of 56, been pacing 56 every week. That 3/4 mile Canadian record, 124 and 4, incredible. So if he keeps his trajectory, he might not only be Horse of the Month, he might be Horse of the Year.
Yeah, he certainly has a big shot at it, and right now he's paying 8 to 1, and we've seen all night the long shot players have been coming in. And there you get a look at Brumby, currently 5 to 2, your second choice. And Robert Laughlin in the bike for Tammy McKay. And this horse has been on the board in most of his starts, 8 out of 10, just 1 win right here at Truro in 57 and 3. I would think that's not going to get it done tonight, but he comes in off of a 154, beat 6 3/4 lengths in the PEI Colt Series. That went 152 and 3. Salisbury in the winner. He was in deep water there. He's back into a little more palatable water tonight, I think.
Yeah, I think he fits the top class here in Truro quite well. Probably a little bit better than that graduate series over in PEI. He's going to be competitive in here. He can snap the gate pretty well. He'll probably get away maybe second or third behind He's Sure Good, and maybe little tags depending on what he does. Robert's been driving this horse a little bit for Tammy. If he can stick around in 55 like he's shown a couple of times, he could be good enough for second, and that's where I've got him in my try.
And there you see Crime Boss, who has been a nice horse in the Dave Carey barn for going on a couple of years now. 22 career starts, 17 of them in the top 3, and basically checks, I think, in practically all the other ones. He's always competitive. He's been marching up the class ladder.
Yeah, this Colt, since he started last year, has just continually improved. He has been off for a couple of weeks. He was scratch sick here on July 21st. But the 2 starts before that, he was winner in 56 and 3, back quarter in 28. Came the next week against American Risk and Brumby and Rock and Corona, who have been winners here at Truro recently, paced in 56 again. I like him a lot. I actually have him for third in my try. He's going to have to close late and chase that early speed.
And here you get a look at Little Tags, of course, the former Hubtown Horse Owners Club horse from last season, owned by the Little Tag Stable Group of St. Andrews. And this horse, you look a couple back in the Women's Driver Challenge, he was basically parked the entire route and gutted out a big second place finish, threw a shoe in that. Just in 59-4. However, he backed it up with a 56-4 race last week with Adam Murner in the bike behind. He's sure good. Huge improvement. He has the rail to work with as well.
Yeah, this horse is, again, it's one of those ones you look at him and go, he's nice and consistent. He's a real nice horse. He does get off the gate pretty well. I would imagine Kenny will be looking over his right to see how quick Mark's coming. But it wouldn't surprise me if Mark decides to sit back and come late, that this horse actually cuts the smile. I would be a little surprised, but he's improved the last couple weeks and looking for better things. He fits this class really, really well, this 1300 class. Just some tough customers on the outside of him today.
Yep, 8-1 currently on the board. There you get a look at last year's TruroRaceway Horse of the Year privilege. Andy Campbell steps aboard for the George Renison trainee, coming in off a 5th place finish last week in the top class. He has a couple of wins this year. You see them back at Woodstock, both of them in early July. Made a break a couple starts back. Looking for an even performance tonight, I would say.
Yeah, this horse just looked a little flat last week. He did get pushed down to the quarter in 27-4, then relinquished the lead just after that, and then he just looked a little flat. They did go in 56 in front of him. He can go with this group. He does like the front. So it'll be interesting to see what Andy does with him here. And at the $9,000 price tag, I think he fits this class real, real well.
Just under 2 minutes to get your wagering selections in for the 8th and final race. Want to mention as well, American history, setting some history over at Woodstock in New Brunswick with a 152 track record. Smoking the track record by 2 seconds tonight. So congratulations to Dale Spence and the Connections for American history, a new track record holder at Woodstock. So with the call for our final race tonight, we're going to send it up to Joe Kelly.
Home Hardware Building Center starting gate, gathering up the entries for the 8th and final. It's post time. Keith Legg, would you check with the paddock office, please? Keith Legg, check with the paddock office. Eighth and final race of the evening. Top of the stretch has Little Tags, Crime Boss, Brumby, Privilege, Fifth Estate, and He's Sure Good. They're off and pacing along the inside. Little Tags away alertly. Also leaving is Brumby and Privilege as they enter that first turn, heading to the opening 8th. That is Brumby continuing on, looking to grab that early lead, and will now clear, giving way Little Tags. Will sit the pocket second out the 3-wide path. That's He's Sure Good, advancing third. Then in the center 4th, as they make their way past the opening quarter, is Privilege. Then down on the inside, and moving up is Crime Boss. The early trailer is Fifth Estate. The field heads into the turn now on their way to the 3/8, led by Brumby, but here comes He's Sure Good to challenge on the outside. Second in the garden spot, Little Tags is traveling third, then Crime Boss emerging in 4 as they round the top turn. 27-4, a brisk opening quarter as they approach the half, and that's He's Sure Good up to take control now as they arrive at the midway point. It's He's Sure Good on the front end. Leading at a length and a half now. Brumby in pursuit. Second, Little Tags traveling third. Crime Boss is the 4th one. Then moving up into 5 was Fifth Estate, and now treading. That's a Privilege. The half 56-2. to the Redland Farms backstretch for the final time, led to 3/4 by He Sure Good. Brumby sits the pocket. Outside, Crime Boss trying it first over. Third, picking up cover. Fifth Estate moves to within striking range now with a second over toe into fourth. Gapping out fifth is Little Tags. Outside from six is Privilege. They continue to the 7H 126 and 2/3. He Sure Good leads the way by a length on the outside. That's Crime Boss. Locked up in the box is Brumby. Then Fanning 3 high for the stretch drive. Fifth Estate off the turn. They straighten out for the stretch drive, and they're still led by He Sure Good. But here comes Fifth Estate on the outside. Fifth Estate with a brush to close it out, winning it by a length and a half. He Sure Good, second, third, Brumby. Mile in 155 and 4/5. In the Woodmere Farms Winners Enclosure, 8th race winner, number 6, Fifth Estate, 6-year-old bay gelding by Country Estate, up at the Largo Dam in front. Bred by Wes Patrigan and Paul Merlin, now owned by Michelle Patrigan. Trained and driven by Ernie Laffin. Fifth Estate having quite a season after going winless in 14 starts last year. He's now 5 for 10 this season, and he picks up a new lifetime mark this evening in 155 and 4/5. Race 8 is official. One Little Tags was 6th, 2 Crime Boss 4th, 3 was Scratch, 4 Brumby 3rd, 5 Privilege 5th, 6 Fifth Estate the winner, 7 He Sure Good 2nd. Fractions 27 and 4, 56 and 2, 126 and 2 in the mile, a new lifetime mark for Fifth Estate, 155 and 4. Top down 6-4 Scratched, 3-5-1-2. Eighth race try 6-7-4, 64-30. 6-7 Exactor 123.60. $1 Super 6-7-4-2, $82.85. The late daily double 4-7 combination. It paid on the 4-7. It returned 30-10. That concludes the racing action for a Friday evening here at Truro Raceway. We thank you for being with us this evening. Hope you can join us again when racing action resumes next Friday evening with post time for the first race at 6:30. Total wager on this evening's program, $17,546.